Hey, everybody, and welcome to this week's special edition of the DVC Show. I am your host, Paul Krieger, and I'm joined, as always, by my lovely wife, Amy.
Hello.
And this week, I'm calling it a special edition because we have something very, very near and dear to our heart to share with you. And it all has to do with giving back. This entire month of November coming up is what we are calling Giveback November at both DVC Fan and throughout our entire world of DVC organization. And when we sat down and sort of said, who do we want to give back to? There was one organization that came to mind, and that is Give Kids the World Village. That should hopefully, I feel like, be a pretty
Household name
name
to
for
Disney, yeah.
to those people that are
Fans.
listening to this show. But in case this is your first time listening, or if you've never heard of Give Kids the World before, this is an 89-acre nonprofit organization located here in the Central Florida area that allows Wish families the opportunity to just have an amazing 1-week vacation here and explore all of the cool things that Central Florida has to offer, from Disney World to Universal to SeaWorld and so much more. It's amazing what they pack into that single week.
Yeah, and it is cost-free to the families. But aside from the theme parks and Orlando experiences that they get to have, the actual village itself is incredible. There are rides, there's a merry-go-round, there's the homes that the families stay in, they're called villas. And then they've got food and excitement and ice cream for breakfast. So there's just so much going on there that they have for the families as well, in addition to being able to experience Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, different Orlando theme park and other things.
Yeah, they call it a week full of yes, and it's really just about giving back all of those precious moments that you may have lost while your child is battling a serious illness or something like that. So just so amazing what they do for these families, and they do it at such a volume as well. This month alone, they're going to have the most Wish families ever visit the village, which is over 900 families take these week-long vacations. And so just the sheer volume of what they're doing is amazing, which means that for us, those people listening, and Amy and myself, it just makes it even more important that we give back to this amazing organization and do what we can so that they can continue to grant these wishes into the future. And we've kind of been around the Give Kids the World organization for a while now.
Yeah. So our first experience, well, we've taken part in some marathon shows that have benefited Give Kids the World, in addition to some convention type events. And we went to the first night of A Million Lights, loved it.
Yeah.
And that was during the pandemic. So unfortunately, the village had to close during the pandemic, but they took that opportunity and they created the Night of A Million Lights, and they decorated the whole village with, millions of lights.
Millions.
And it was absolutely stunning, and I loved every minute of it. It was our first experience actually being on the property and just getting to see what is there, what's available to the families. And we also went to the Night of A Million Lights last year. We took Paul's mom.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually at the H2O water park that year. And other than that, we have been wanting to volunteer for a long time. So I'm really excited that we're going to do that.
Yep. We've scheduled a volunteer opportunity here later in November. It was something that we were kind of passionate about. We started having these conversations internally as an organization, but also personally. Amy and I began to have the conversation of, now that we're down here in the Central Florida area, how do we give more? And I think the logical next step is us just going to the village and being a part of this. We've talked to people that have done it before. They say it's such a life-changing experience just to meet some of these families, have those conversations, and help just be a small part of their incredible week that they have. So we're excited to do that here later in the month. We're going to be sharing more. Unfortunately, the Night of A Million Lights, Give Kids the World, is not doing this year. Actually, 2 years ago, they had actually announced that they weren't doing it that year either, but that's when it ended up pivoting to the H2O Glow Water Park. But I think the amazing thing is when you hear that Night of A Million Lights went away, it went away for the right reasons. That means that the village got to reopen, and all of these amazing families and all of these amazing wishes got to begin to occur again. But they are bringing the lights back, but in a new and unique twist. So here a little bit later in this episode, we're going to speak with Elise Boyles, who's the Senior Director of Development over at Give Kids the World, and be able to talk about all the fun things that they're going to be doing over there throughout the holiday season and different ways that you can get involved in that. But for here at the World of DVC and for DVC Fan, we are giving back this entire month. And what does that mean? Well, essentially all of the companies within the world of DVC, that includes DVC Resale Market, DVC Rental Store, Monera Financial, Magic Vacation Title, all of those companies throughout the entire month of November are going to be giving back a percentage of their proceeds to Give Kids the World. And we plan to share more about that and all of the exciting details as the month goes on. We'll have stuff up on all of those individual pages and about all of those individual fundraising efforts. But here at DVC Fan, we're going to kind of go a little bit of a different route and just give you the opportunity to donate to Give Kids the World. So I think we've set a little bit of an ambitious goal of we kind of set our fundraising goal at $5,000. I have no idea. Is that high? Is that low? I don't have a gauge on all of this. I know how many of you listen and watch this show, so I hope that it's low. I have no idea.
We'll find out. But our plan is that we are going to do a Walt Disney World DVC Resort Marathon Day. And that is going to be on Friday, November 10th. And our goal for that day is that Paul and I are going to visit each and every Disney Vacation Club resort that is located at Disney World.
we had
Disney World.
We had people ask us when we were starting to plan this. They're like, "You should try to do them all in one day." And I was like, "I'm not sure how we get from. I mean, you got to go from Hilton Head to Florida to." Yeah, I just don't think that's possible.
So there are 11 resorts. At that time, we are going to see some Christmas decor. Some might not be up yet, but our goal would be to share with you some exciting things at the resort, maybe some snacks, maybe some holiday decor. Hopefully we'll be running into some people. We're going to have some special guests at different resorts. And we will also share the schedule with you ahead of time so that if you are on property and you are at one of those resorts, you can be there and you can come and say hi and maybe say hi for the camera, because we are going to be streaming live at each resort.
Hopefully.
Pending technology.
We've had our own technology issues just today in filming this show, and we are going to hopefully live stream from each property. I am not going to try to live stream just the entire time because I know I'm just going to epically fail at that. But we'll be going live from each location. We might have fun little catches at each location, like, hey, if we raise. We're releasing this episode on October 30th. So we're going to have like 2 weeks to come up with ideas of, hey, if we hit this threshold, Amy's going to take her banjo and play it on the monorail on our way to Bay Lake Tower. I don't think that'll make its way through security, but if you have any ideas or some fun little catches that we can do to kind of make it more exciting, we've got our own in our head that we'll share with you a little bit later in this episode. But also just would love, the sky's the limit. There's little I won't do for raising money for Give Kids the World. So, throw it out there. And if we raise enough money, I'd be willing to do it. A couple years ago on one of those marathon shows that we spoke about, we raised enough money and I shaved my head. Actually, in a different video somewhere on the internet, Amy is shaving my head, and you
talked about growing a beard. What your beard growing skills are about as sufficient as my banjo skills. So the head shaving thing, that I think would work better.
I don't know if we need to shave my head again, but for the right amount of money, we can make it happen. So throw that idea, throw your other ideas in the comments of this episode. We're excited to tour all of the Disney Vacation Club properties at Walt Disney World. This is like a personal thing that you and I have done for many years, but I don't know that we've ever done all the properties in one day. We've kind of either been here on vacation and we've split it up. We've always wanted to see all the properties decorated for the holiday season. You mentioned we might not be there yet by November 10th. I'm not quite sure if all the resorts are going to be decked at that point or not, but you'll know because you'll be going along with us. But we're going to kind of be mapping out the day and trying to plan where we're going to be, what hours, and hopefully, if transportation and everything else coordinates that appropriately, like Amy said, you can meet up with us at some of those locations and hopefully meet up with some of our special guests that'll be joining us throughout the day as well. We may have some free swag, some goodies, that kind of stuff to give away if you do meet up with us. So, just excited to just have this be a special part of this entire Give Back November month. And we kind of put that at the front part of the month, and we're just going to continue to celebrate this and share more and more about all of the amazing things that Give Kids the World has going on. Um, as we continue through November. And we thought when we were sort of planning this episode and planning to discuss this, there would be no better way to do it than to discuss it directly with Give Kids the World. So we were able to sit down earlier today with Elise Boyles, the Senior Director of Development for Give Kids the World. And here's a little bit about what she shared with all the exciting things coming to Give Kids the World this holiday season and beyond. Well, thank you so much, Elise, for joining us. For those of you that do not know, we have Elise Boyles here with us. She is the Senior Director of Development for Give Kids the World. Elise, wonderful to meet you.
You too. Happy to be here.
Yeah, it's been wonderful. We've been chatting a little bit before the show just to get to know each other a little bit. But as we sort of told you, this entire month of November is all about giving back here at both DVC Fan and the World of DVC. And we're so excited to be doing that to benefit Give Kids the World. So I thought there wouldn't be a better place to kind of kick things off than just having you tell us a little bit about the village and your role over there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are an 89-acre storybook nonprofit that fulfills the wishes of critically ill children. So what we do is we work with over 200 different wish granting organizations, and we bring those families here. And they stay with us for completely cost-free week-long vacations. And we work with all of the different attractions in Central Florida to provide them tickets to Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, if they want to go to Gatorland or Legoland or whatever amazing experience that they want to have here, we help create that for them. In addition to all of the tickets, what we have here on site is a dinosaur themed putt-putt course, a giant pirate ship. We have 4 wheelchair accessible attractions, and so much more. So while they're here, we really create this incredible week for them and hopefully make it the most memorable one possible.
That's so awesome. I was going through before we started on your YouTube channel, you've got kind of like the pre check in video series.
Yeah.
And so just watching through the video series of like all of the excitement that you build up for these families and
Oh, yeah.
the amazing things that they're going to get to enjoy over that entire frame, it made me excited. So.
Yeah, such an awesome organization. Elise, there are so many exciting things that are up and coming at Give Kids the World. Can you share some of them with us?
Sure. So I'm the senior director of development. So I oversee all of our fundraising events, and there are quite a lot of those. So we're going into our holiday season, which in the past has been our busiest time. Our biggest fundraisers usually happen on the holidays. But this year we're actually steering away from our Night of a Million Lights event that we have done the last 3 years because we are completely full. So we are in the middle of the busiest month that we've ever had at the village. We have over 909 families staying with us. So in doing so, we can't necessarily host an event with thousands of people. So what we're doing in its place is we've come up with some really amazing holiday initiatives and opportunities for our partners who have always participated in the past and our friends who have purchased tickets to Night of a Million Lights. So we are hosting VIP holiday tours where guests can purchase tickets and come out on very select nights, very exclusive groups, and they get a private tour of the village through the lights, because we still put the lights up for our families. And they get to see a couple of the special things that we have going on here. They get to take some pictures, and then truly get an experience that we're not offering to everyone this year. So that's VIP tours. We're also doing our sponsored tree trail, which we've done since year one, but we have sponsorship opportunities for our partners to come out and decorate trees on our Avenue of Angels and on our tree trail. And then we also have our holiday soiree. So we're hosting essentially a miniature gala here on site. We haven't been able to do our gala on site since 2021, but this one too is very exclusive because we're still being mindful of all of the families that we have here on property. So we're inviting out a handful of our biggest partners for a night of fundraising, holiday themed dinner and entertainment. So it's going to be incredible. And last but not least, we are offering custom dessert parties on the balconies of Town Hall that overlook all of the beautiful lights on our Avenue of Angels. So it's, the mushroom castle and all of the lights, and the avenue is gorgeous. So the views from up there are amazing.
We went to the first Night of a Million Lights when it came out. So the fact that you guys still decorate and put up the lights for the guests, that's amazing because it was beautiful.
Yeah, we can't not. After that first year of putting lights on the village, how beautiful it looked. And we do it for our families. It was a fundraiser to start off, but we do it for our families, and they get so excited to see those big gold stars and to see all the lights on the tree on the avenue. We actually got a very generous grant this year that allowed us to be able to light the entire village again. So very.
That's so wonderful. And just so that people have a perspective of this, like how many lights are we actually talking?
So what we're estimating this year is around 1.6 million lights.
Wow.
We have 166 villas. And then we have all of those unique buildings on the avenue. So we have the movie theater, Julie's Theater, that looks like a safari. We have the castle that looks like a mushroom, and we do lights all down the side of it. The gingerbread house, which is pink on the outside. So seeing the lights on these villas and beautiful buildings versus just a regular house, it's impactful. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I remember back to when we went in 2020, it was like we really just didn't know what we were about to walk into, and you step foot there and you're like, oh my, this is just it takes your breath away, truthfully.
Yeah.
And then last year we actually took my mom to the event that you guys did at the H2O water park, and that was a whole other kind of fun experience. It was like Night of a Million Lights on the road. So it's awesome.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's awesome that now it's going to be something that the families are going to get to continue to enjoy, and all of these small little opportunities are going to exist to allow those of us that are either vacationing down here. This is a great thing for Disney Vacation Club members. They're always looking for something new or unique to do because they're down here all the time, year after year. So they're kind of looking for things off of Disney property to do, and this is the perfect getaway. That was exactly what we did.
And Disney people love dessert parties.
Disney people. Yes, that I know. I used to work for Disney, so we did a lot of dessert parties. But it's hard to describe the village until you see it, and especially seeing it at night with the lights is a different experience. And you're right, every single year we have evolved what Night of a Million Lights or holiday events look like. So who knows what we'll do next year.
Yeah, that's awesome, and we're excited. I think we're going to be there for the holiday soiree. So Amy's been dressed the past couple weeks, and we're excited to and kind of just celebrate with all you guys. In terms of opportunities for people that might be listening to this show, outside of donating to Give Kids the World, are there other ways that they can get involved with the organization?
Always. What we share is that give, serve, share. There are 3 ways to help give back to the village. So give, of course, donations, participating in our events and our fundraisers. We need about 250 volunteers every single day to run everything at the village, from serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner to operating our attractions, to serving snacks out of Noah's Nook and the cookie cart and ice cream for breakfast. So we are in need of volunteers every single day, even Thanksgiving and Christmas, because we do not close for the holidays. There are families here year round. So that serve, and then sharing the mission, sharing our story, going on our social channels and sharing the campaigns and activities, and even family stories that we share on there, it means so much. That's what Night of a Million Lights Year One did. It was a great fundraiser for us, but more than that, it told the world who we are, and we touch every state and 78 different countries. So the more you can just share who we are and what we have going on, that's just as impactful as donating.
That's awesome. We're in November. I think we're scheduled for a day of volunteering ourselves. That was something that just started talking about the Giveback November campaign that we're doing here. Personally, it was something that Amy and I both felt very passionate about, and just wanting to go and experience being there at the village, volunteering our time. Now that we're Orlando locals, we're going to be able to do that more often. So we're excited to get involved in any way we can. And I have to assume, you've mentioned time and time again, like 909 families. You guys are fully booked throughout this entire season, and you were closed for the better part of 2 years. So we're still, I assume, playing catch up from that period of time, and the multiple, wishes and the families that wanted to.
Yeah, we had to close for 10 months because of COVID, and that was awful because those are all wishes that had to either be postponed, rescheduled, or wishes that wouldn't, we just couldn't make happen.
Yeah.
So we've still been sort of going back to reschedule a lot of those. I think it was about 10,000 wishes that were postponed,
Affected.
or canceled. Yeah, and we're at capacity, so we never say no to a wish. So we do what we have to do to make sure that we get them here and they have the experience that we want to give every wish child.
That's so awesome. Coming up in November, I know we've got all of these exciting things that are coming here in the holiday season. We were talking a little bit before the show. You guys also have November 28th is the Day of Giving, and that's going to be a big event for you guys as well.
Yes. So the end of the year is it's a busy time for us. We're busiest with families, but we're also super busy with fundraisers and campaigns. So November 28th is Giving Tuesday. It is the biggest day of giving in the nonprofit world. Our theme this year is It Takes a Village, because it does. We could not do what we do here and fulfill this many wishes and operate the village in any capacity without the volunteers and the donors and the sponsors and the alumni families and everybody that it takes to make this happen. So more information will be shared, but that is going to be our biggest fundraising day, November 28th. And then we always have our year-end fundraising campaign as well around Christmas time. So there's a lot coming up.
That's awesome. Anything else exciting in the future planned for Give Kids the World you can share?
Always. So we have quite a few other events coming up. We do a reality star event at the end of the year called Hearts of Reality. So that's in December. That is one of the biggest events that we do. We also have, our radiothon event where we work with Mix 105, and they do a big fundraiser for us. But we also, at the beginning of next year, we have our Gingerbread Run 5K. That's happening in February, and which is so much fun. You get to run through the village, and the parties that we give our families to experience every night, we turn that into the run. So you get to run through our Once Upon a Village party and our Winter Wonderland party. So it's the most fun 5K or fun run you'll ever do. And then we also have our Over the Edge rappelling event next February too, where you get to rappel off the edge of the Hyatt, which is crazy. I've done it once. But we do, and that's just a couple of the unique fundraisers that we have coming up. We're launching our alumni club, which is a huge initiative of ours. We call our families who have had their wishes fulfilled with us in the past alumni. So once you've been here for your trip, you can visit the village twice a year again and just come back and enjoy the parties and have ice cream and have a meal and play at the pool. But we want to do more with our alumni. They're such a huge piece of who we are. So we've established this club as a way for them to connect, for us to let them know what's going on here at the village. They should be among the first to know the new venues that we're opening and the new events that we have on the books. So we're hoping to work together and just closer with our alumni families. Yes. Just a couple things.
Yeah. You're not busy at all.
We need to do the run.
We should do the run. Yeah, we've been training
Fun.
for the Run Disney Marathon weekend and all of that kind of stuff. And a
Oh, then
5K
the 5K will be a breeze.
5K sounds easy.
Fun.
So
It sounds
yeah,
like a lot of fun.
count us in. We'll be
So,
there for the gingerbread 5K. So that'll be awesome.
Elise, we do get asked a lot from our DVC fan community about donating points to Give Kids the World. And we just wanted to touch upon that so that our members know the best avenue of donating. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
sure. So we wish that there was an opportunity to donate timeshares and points and things like that, because goodness, running our galas, I wish that's something that we could utilize, but we're just not set up to accept those types of donations. But if you're looking to get involved and donate, we talked about all the many events you can participate in and sponsor, and being a part of our Giving Tuesday donations. There's so many other ways to get involved. Unfortunately, that's not one that we're able to accept, but there's a million other ways.
Yeah, we had this encounter about a year ago where someone actually, I think, approached Give Kids the World about donating a large amount of points. And what we were able to do over at DVC Rental Store was facilitate that gentleman actually renting out his points, and then he could donate those proceeds to Give Kids the World. So there's always kind of find a creative way around it, but it kind of helps because most of your family, I assume all of your families are staying on site at the village. And so, very few people are going to visit Walt Disney World, but they're not necessarily
Right.
staying on the property. So that's kind of also where that whole timeshare related issue comes in play. But rent your points, take that money, donate to Give Kids the World. That's a easy little alternative.
Or volunteer your time.
Or volunteer.
Or volunteer time, absolutely.
Elise, thank you so much for, just kind of sharing a little bit of what's going on with Give Kids the World. We really wanted to put together this special episode to just kind of educate our DVC fan community a little bit more about this amazing organization, about why both DVC fan, the entire world of DVC organization, is giving back this entire month of November to Give Kids the World. And we're so honored to just be a part of the journey here.
And thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. You've been supporting us for a while, and we love working with you. So thank you.
Well, thank you so much. And we'll talk to you again real soon.
Perfect. Bye.
Hear that? That's the sound of thousands of wishes coming true every day at Give Kids the World Village. Here at this magical place, kids with life-threatening illnesses come from all over the world to fulfill one big wish: to visit Central Florida's most awesome attractions. For 1 week, kids and families are treated to the trip of a lifetime. They stay in a fairy tale villa in our amazing 70-acre resort in Central Florida. They go to pool parties, ride horses, play miniature golf. And that's not even the best part. Kids and their families, brothers and sisters too, get tickets to the area's coolest attractions, where they can ride the rides and enjoy the thrills all day long. They also get to eat yummy meals every day, including ice cream, for breakfast. And the entertainment each night is a dream come true. This all probably sounds unbelievable, but it's true. Give Kids the World Village is an awesome place that gives these special kids and their families what they need more than anything: a chance to forget about doctors and treatments for a while, and just feel normal and have fun. And you won't believe this. This fantasy vacation doesn't cost kids or their families a thing. Nope. We count on the support of caring people and companies to keep the magic alive and the kids laughing. To learn how you can help, visit givekidstheworld.org. Give Kids the World. It's where happiness inspires hope.